Okay, so today we want to start an important case. The case of noon Tawkeed, the noon of emphasis or of intensification or the likes of that. It says here noonu ta'keed. That's valid. You can say ta'keed or you can say tawkeed. Hmm. So tawkeed is like exclamation point. So exclamation point has a meaning. Noon of Tawkeed doesn't have a necessarily particular translation. If you see it in a verb, you might add surely or verily or certainly or something like that, just for trying to capture the meaning of intensification. So let's see what he says here. He says, may Allah have mercy upon him. ويلحق الفعل غير الماضي والحال نونا. There attaches to, suffixes to, catches up to, yani gets to the back, gets onto the back of, not a past tense verb, غير الماضي, nor present verb, nor present here means not the meaning of present. So if you have a fi'lun madin, there's no way you're going to attach this noon we're talking about. There's no way. It doesn't attach. If you have a fi'l mudari', then yes, you can attach this noon, but then the meaning is going to be specifically for the future, not for the present. It's the same verb though. Fi'l mudari' is for present or future. But if what you are saying is for the present, then you cannot attach this noon. So it's just for the future. So that's the meaning of hal, present. وَيَلْحَقُ الْفِعْلَ غَيْرَ الْمَاضِي وَالْحَالِ, a verb that's not past tense, nor present in meaning, has or can get suffixed to it, attached to it, noonan, two noons. So you know that's dual. That alif and noon is for the duality. Noonan, two noons. للتأكيد. This colon here doesn't need to be there. Noonani للتأكيد. Two noons for emphasis, for intensification. So it means you can intensify the future only by these noons. Not that you cannot intensify other than the future, but by these noons, you can only intensify the future. But Arabic has so many ways of intensification, amplification, and emphasis. What are these two noons? خفيفة ساكنة وثقيلة مفتوحة. A light one with a sukoon. خفيفة, light. Sakina, unvoweled. Sakina, unvoweled. Yani with a sukoon. A noon with a sukoon. That's a noon of Tawkeed. وَثَقِيلَةٌ مَفْتُوحَةٌ, or a heavy one, that means a noon with a shadda, مفتوحة, given a fatha. Either one of those. إِلَّا فِيمَا يَخْتَصُّ بِهِ. So, before different rule, what we're saying here, let's take a look. Bismillah. If you had a past tense verb, such as qala, so you're not going to say qalan, and then the claim that's for emphasis. And you're not going to say qalanna. So neither of those noons can attach to a fi'l maldi. That's wrong there. But you can say yaqulu and then add the noon and it becomes yaqulan. You have to, if you do that, if you attach this noon, you're going to make this fi'l mudari' become mabni on a fath. Doesn't change anymore. The back of it's not going to change anymore. It's going to stay like that. Becomes mabni. So yaqulan, it means he says in the future though, or he will say, he shall say, and there's emphasis in there. Yani, he shall say, exclamation point, or he shall say with my finger up. Or you can do for shadda. Yaqulan, a shadda with a fatha. But, you know when you stop on a sukoon. So if you were to stop, you'd say, yaqulan. But if you keep going, you say, yaqulanna kadha. I'll tell you a nice hadith, not the whole hadith. But there's a hadith that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about a man. A man said, لَأَتَصَدَّقَنَّ بِصَدَقَةٍ. It means, he said, I swear to God, I will in most indeed give a charity in charity. So much emphasis in there. I swear to God, I will indeed give a charity in charity. Then he went out and he put his money in the hand of a thief. So someone said, Yani, in the morning, the people said, somebody gave charity to a thief. So then the man said, Alhamdulillah, ala as-sariq. Yani, as if to say, Alhamdulillah for the thief. But I don't know if for works there. So then he said, لَأَتَصَدَّقَنَّ بِصَدَقَةٍ. By God, I will indeed give a charity as a charity. And then he went out. He put his charity in the hand of a prostitute. In the morning, the people said, somebody gave charity to a prostitute. So he said, Alhamdulillahi ala, yani, something like, praise be to Allah for the prostitute or something. So then he said, لَأَتَصَدَّقَنَّ بِصَدَقَةٍ. I swear to God, I will indeed give a charity as a charity. And then he went and he put a charity in the hand of a rich man. In the morning, the people said, someone gave charity to a rich man. Etc. Till the end of that hadith. This is a very nice hadith, mashallah. So the verb is originally atasaddaqu. Ana. Atasaddaqu. I give a charity. I give a sadaqah. So if he didn't say bi sadaqah, still means he gave a sadaqah. So it's so emphatic. That's how Arabic language is. And the noon here gives it more emphasis. And this lam here is also an emphasizer. And it hints to a swear. Now, all of what he's saying here is something he's swearing about. Okay. ويلحق الفعل غير الماضي والحال نونان للتأكيد. There catches the verb that's not ماضي nor present. Two noons for emphasis. خفيفة ساكنة وثقيلة مفتوحة. A light one, unvoweled, and a heavy one with فتحة. إلا فيما يختص به, except what is special to it. إلا فيما يختص به. I need to review. Now, probably if I muscle my way through this, it'll come out. But I'm going to stumble, so I need to review. Okay. So let me just give you some benefits, and then inshallah ta'ala, maybe we'll stop for now. And then I'll be better prepared for you next week. Very prepared, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. I ask Allah to make me super prepared. Ameen. So I told you, Arabic language has many ways of emphasis. I just showed you something in the hadith. Let me show you something in an ayah. Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala, He says, this is in Surah Yusuf. When the brothers of Yusuf knew that they were dealing with Yusuf all that time, Allah told us, قالوا, they said, أئنك لأنت يوسف. Okay. So I saw some translations here. They tried to, I don't think there's a way to really match the emphasis, but any translator who realized something here, they tried to do something. So most watered down translation I can give you for this would be, they said, are you indeed Joseph? Are you indeed Joseph? So if you say it that way, there is emphasis in there. One is the astonishment in itself. You have to put it in its context. The astonishment in itself, that's emphatic. And in my English translation, I said, indeed. The point of that word was to be emphatic. But what does the Arabic have? قالوا أئنك لأنت يوسف. So, this first Hamza here, it is for asking the question. So that's basically a question mark. It doesn't mean are, not really. It means question. But the translation is gonna come out like that. Are you? That's what it means to translate the meaning. Translate the meaning. Innak, here, inna. Inna is an emphasizer. Inna is for Tawkeed, exactly. Inna is for Tawkeed. So inna is an emphasizer. Mu'akkida, it's mu'akkida. Emphasizer. Innaka, and then you have here a kaf. What's that kaf? That's you. You is a pronoun. And pronouns are always definite. Definite words carry strength. You're not going to be fooled by the fact that that's one letter, single letter kaf there. That kaf is very powerful. Innaka. Indeed, you. La anta. This lam is mu'akkida also. It's for Tawkeed. It's called muzahlaqa or muzahliqa, or excuse me, or has other names. That means slid over. The lamb that slid over. Originally, you start with it. You say la anta Yusuf, la anta Yusuf. That would mean it's for emphasis. Is this for emphasis? La anta Yusuf, you are Yusuf, with emphasis though. Yani, you are Yusuf! Exclamation point. La anta Yusuf. Well, it's even if it weren't a question. La anta Yusuf, even if it were a statement. Still emphasis. But if you say inna, then you can't say you don't put those next to each other. Both of them are emphasizers. Since they both emphasizers, you don't put them directly next to each other. So the lamb gets slid over. You put inna first and slide the lamb over. That's why it has that name. Innaka la anta Yusuf. Okay, so we see right here two emphasizers so far. Then what's anta? Anta, it means what? You. So what do you have there then? You have more emphasis. Innaka la anta is mind blown. And what is the case of the pronoun? Pronoun is definite. Okay. As a rule. And this pronoun right here is the subject of the sentence. La ant of this sentence here. La anta Yusuf. And where's the predicate? The predicate is Yusuf. Yusuf is the predicate. And Yusuf is alam. That means proper noun. It's name of a person. And name of a person is definite. And so that means the subject of the sentence is definite and the predicate of the sentence is definite. So what do you have there? More emphasis. And add to that how brief the statement is. قَالُوا أَإِنَّكَ لَأَنْتَ يُوسُف. And add to that how easy it is to say. This is why the scholar said the miracle of the Quran is an intellectual one. In the meaning that you require some knowledge to perceive its miracle. To fully perceive. You can still perceive aspects of its miraculousness. In the meaning I'm talking about here. To perceive the miraculousness in its meaning and in its composition, then there's a prerequisite there. Not merely the ability to see or hear, but some knowledge. With that knowledge, you would realize the miraculousness of the Quran. MashaAllah. And then there's more definite over there too. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. So then, imagine how mind blown those brothers were. Whatever, they're speaking their own language, by the way. Which was Hebrew. What does that prove? That proves that just because he cited something in Arabic doesn't mean the speaker actually spoke it in Arabic. See how dumb a Wahhabi is? Even right here, قَالُوا أَإِنَّكَ لَأَنْتَ يُوسُف. They said this sentence, أَإِنَّكَ لَأَنْتَ يُوسُف, doesn't mean they said it in Arabic. So when we say قَالَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى, then we recite the Quran, doesn't mean Allah speaks Arabic. Alhamdulillah. طيب, let's stop there. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.